Back on Get Up, the only game of the day featuring two teams with winning records, Texans, Bills in Houston. Billed as Josh Allen versus Stephon Diggs. That really had nothing to do with the game. Early on, Nico Collins has been the best receiver for Houston, and how about this play?
And one of the best receivers in the NFL. That cut split gives him leverage, and it's a big play-action post perfect throw by C.J. Stroud. Hot start for this Houston offense.
Texans up 17-3 at halftime. By the way, Nico Collins day-to-day with a hamstring. Third quarter, we go fourth down. Josh Allen, Keon Coleman, spectacular.
And this is what they want out of Keon Coleman. Just physically, when you get the ball in your hands, be tough to tackle. Runs a little stop route down the sideline. This is exactly what they were looking for from that second-round pick.
So it's a three-point game, and the Bills are trying to drive and get themselves maybe a late lead. 6 minutes left. I want you just to see how hard Josh Allen's head hit the turf here. This was a very frightening moment for the Bills. You'll see it again here. As he goes down, look at the head, and then he just seems to go limp. He would miss practically no time. All right, now here's your game. Late in the fourth, 32 seconds left. The Bills get the ball there. They're on their own 2-yard line. First down, they throw a pass. Second down, they throw a pass. Bear in mind, the Texans have all of their timeouts. Third down, this is the second down play. Third down, they're going to throw another pass, and it's also incomplete. So they run no time off the clock. They leave the Texans all their timeouts. They got a punt from the very back of their own end zone. They get Houston gets a pretty good return. They get one completion up there, and that's all they need to set up Kaimi Fairbairn for a 59-yard attempt. And the way the league has been lately, 59 yards is almost a chip shot. It's up and it's good. The Texans win. The Bills make one of the most curious play decisions we've ever seen. Sean McDermott, explain it.
You know, it's on me. The end of game situation on offense. We needed we're in a tough situation. 3 timeouts. They were holding 3 timeouts. I got a good field goal kicker. We needed to run the clock and move the chains, and that's on me. We didn't do that there, and that's my fault.
D. Wood, what? I'll give you the floor. What?
I'm so disgusted by that. I'm so disgusted. Like we talk, you guys, we always talk about the game of football is situational. You're literally backed up. You call 3 straight passes? You don't need, first of all, you don't force the Houston Texans to burn any timeouts. You gain 0 yards, and you put your punter in a compromised position where now he doesn't have his full allotment of yards that a punter normally has, and he goes out there and kicks a short punt, sets up the Houston Texans perfectly, and they go out and win the game on a game-winning field goal. Again, I can't stress, like, it almost felt like they just said, Josh Allen, go do something. Go be Superman. Go do something.
Yeah.
And it cost them the game.
Yeah, no, it sure did. And when you look at this, I mean, I appreciate Sean McDermott at least owning it. He absolutely should point the finger at himself. Yeah. He owned it. He's man enough to own it, okay? But here's what, above the first, 3, I mean, the fact they threw 3 passes, absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
But being in no backs for the first 2 downs?
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Like, to me, if you're gonna try to surprise them and by throwing the football, which you surprised everybody because that's not what you do there, then at least have a back behind and play action, and maybe you get a one-on-one shot, a better chance of hitting something, and then to run the ball twice. This is ridiculous. You go to empty, they know you're gonna throw. It's like absolutely atrocious. And you know, very few times a coach can affect a game, all right, to win or loss, like some of your decisions. But this one, Sean, what the hell?
Yeah, inexcusable. Inexcusable is what it is. I love Sean McDermott. I think the world of him. That's inexcusable to have that game end that way. So everyone at home knows it. Buffalo got the ball back with 32 seconds left on the clock, and Houston had all 3 of their timeouts. An average play in the NFL takes about 5 seconds to run. So even if they run just 3 separate run plays, you're going to take off a minimum of 5 seconds per play and force Houston to use their timeouts. So that brings the clock down to 17 seconds from 32. The punt takes about 7, 8 seconds. So you're going to punt the ball back to Houston. They're going to get it, let's call it 8 to 10 seconds, and they have no timeouts, and they have to get about 8 yards, okay? So, Rex, you know this better than I. Then you defend the sideline.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay? You don't have enough time to actually run a play and get the clock
They're going to throw a Hail Mary. Correct. Is what they're going to do.
Correct. So that's the worst part of this is that if you watch the game, Houston and D'Amico Ryans were flawless when it came to how they handled the end of the first half and how they handled the end of the game when it comes to they got 3 at the end of the first half strictly because they mastered situational football, and they got 3 at the end of the game. Can you guys play the C.J. Stroud last play, the final completion? Because if you watch, C.J. takes off to run, and he realizes, I can't. Because if he runs, the game's over.
Right.
And that's how he gets that little check down. If he doesn't do that, and D'Amico is standing, if this is the official, D'Amico is standing right next to the official, and CJ starts to throw the ball, and he's like, timeout, timeout, timeout.
Right.
Flawless by them, inexcusable by Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think
You got to
he's best
credit
in the league
Houston's
right
defense,
now.
too. Josh played. I mean, they made Buffalo's offense look bad. Second straight week, Josh played poorly.
Yeah, and that was a look. That's one of the worst losses that we will see in the NFL this season because it felt so completely gifted to the opposition. Meanwhile, the Bills will now play the Jets next Monday night in a game that somehow will be for the top of the division. This despite the fact that yesterday in London, Aaron Rodgers threw 3 interceptions, including a pick 6 and an interception at the end of the game that sealed a victory for the Vikings, who went to 5-0. Afterwards, Rodgers had this to say.
Obviously, that was below my standard. I just found out I've never thrown 2 picks in the first quarter before. So that's a first. One of us cost, obviously, 7. And the other, could have cost 3. So in a game where you lose by 6, plays like that are exponentially highlighted. So 3 turnovers for me is definitely out of character, and I'm disappointed. The most important positive to take with us is if we stick together, because there'll be a lot of people outside the building who won't be sticking with the Jets.
All right, Rex, so you and I were on TV while this, actually all 3 of us were on TV in different ways while this was all going on. What was your single biggest problem with the Jets' performance yesterday?
Run the dang football. Are you kidding me? 54 passing attempts. I mean, and that's 2 weeks in a row. Like, it's 2 weeks in a row. They've thrown 96 passes these last 2 weeks. Oh, by the way, in driving rainstorms.
Both games bad weather.
Both bad weather games, all right? And you've only got your 40-year-old quarterback hit 25 times. You know what? They must not be running because they got horrible running backs. Last I checked, every team in the league except 1 or 2 would trade for your backs. Every single team would. You can have my backs, I'll take your back. Breece Hall and this Allen kid, what the hell are we doing? Give them
we disagree on this one.
Go ahead. Throw it a million damn times. You ain't going to win. I heard Aaron talk about going on a run. No, here's how you're going to go on a run. Run the damn football. And that's going to make Aaron Rodgers a hell of a lot more efficient than he's been.
All right, so this game, this is the second straight week that they've wasted an elite defensive performance because of ineptitude on offense. Nathaniel Hackett, their offensive coordinator, completely outclassed by Brian Flores. In Minnesota, this is the most you better be prepared for defense in the NFL, and they were completely unprepared for it. If you're bad on 1st and 2nd down, they're going to make you look like a fool. 1st down, they throw a little slot route to Garrett Wilson. I love it. You got to be good on 1st down. 2nd down, this is the story of the football game, in my opinion. They go to 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends. I love it. Play action pass. They're going to find Allen Lazard at the bottom of the screen. Lazard's going to drop the football, okay? So now you're in 3rd and 6. If you're in 3rd and 6 against this team, you're dead. Now, in these situations, Aaron loves to run one concept, triple slants. You're going to see at the bottom of the screen, slant, slant, slant. If I know it, and if everybody else knows it, certainly Flores does. Puts all 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. Here comes those freaking triple slants that they run all the time. Van Ginkel drops out because he knows that Aaron's going to throw the football there, and there's the pick 6. Rex, you don't run the football against Minnesota a bunch on 1st down. You got to throw the ball against Minnesota and be efficient and explosive on 1st down, or they're going to embarrass you.
I'm running out of
your
time.
fact is they ran it. They threw the ball on 1st down, on 2nd down, on 3rd down, and you get your ass kicked
because
when
the
that
drop,
happens.
yes.
I'm just telling you.
Two things. They're not utilizing some of their best players on offense, the running backs, and Nathaniel Hackett completely outclassed. They have no plan for protection, and the quarterback, their 40-year-old quarterback, is getting absolutely killed because they're dropping back too much. They're not running play action. They're just getting outclassed on
How about
offense.
having some damn toughness? I'm running the ball if I want to run the damn ball. I'm going on first down and run it down your throat.